Hi everyone, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And I hope that I can inspire you to craft something today. I am going to do, I saw it on Pinterest, and I think we are to episode 47, if I'm not mistaken. I do have a playlist on my channel where you can go back and watch the other 46 episodes that we have done so far. It's hard to believe that I've done 47 episodes, or will have 47 episodes when I finish this one, but it's true. This year it has just flown by, it seems like. I started the camera without bringing my iPad into my craft room, and so I do not have a picture to show you what I'm going to be making, but I do have the reference, and the pen is from Donetta, or Donetta, I'm not sure. Beaded Treasures, and it's on Flickr. It's DONETTA''S, Beaded Treasures, and it was on Flickr. And if you can do a search on Flickr, I'm not sure if you can or not, you want to search for Tiny Tag Embellishments, because that's what she calls them. So, I've done something similar to this before. These are a little different, but the reason I wanted to do these today is I have a specific spot in my journal that I've been working in, that's my journal, that I want to make one of these for, and to finish off one of my layouts. And so I thought I would go ahead and do them anyway and show some different versions, and then we could do the one for my spread. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need some postage stamps, and I just pulled out a few different ones. I'm thinking that you're going to want bigger ones, not just the little postage stamp. So, I've just pulled out a few that have some nice colors on them. You know, some of them are taller this way and some of them are wider this way. So, you're going to need those, and then you're going to need some sort of something to make a tag out of. I have these little leftover strips of like manila cardstock, and so I'm going to use those. And you're going to need some scrap pieces of doily, any color, you know, if you want it tea dyed, whatever. You're going to need some scrap pieces of lace. You're going to need some buttons, and you're also going to need some bulb pins, and in one of hers, she used a bulb pen and one of the little tiny safety pins. So I'll grab a couple of those as well. I've been trying to get caught up on my videos today from where I had company. So get all caught back up. And then I have quite a few buttons over here to the side that we can pick something like that would go with that one. That one may be too big, but let's see, maybe that with that. And we won't make all these, we'll just make a couple so you get the idea, and then we'll go and make the one that I need for my page. See, some of these maybe that for that. That one's not flat. See, I'm gonna get hung up over here looking at buttons. I have a million of them, but they're not over here. No. Okay, we're going to quit that before I get totally obsessed with it. But you get the idea. You're going to need some buttons. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a little tiny tag. And that, like I said, is going to depend on what size your stamp is, as to how wide and what size you want it. So if I do this stamp right here, you know, I'm probably gonna want it to be, you know, about this wide and maybe this long. So if I cut that, and I'm just gonna do this with my scissors, guys, so it's probably not gonna be straight, but you probably would want to do it with a cutter. Something like that. Okay, and then angle your top so you have a tag shape, and then poke your hole. This is a really simple project, and like I said, the main reason that I picked it is because I need something like this for a page I'm working on. And to be honest, I've had so many people in and out my house. I kind of need a chill project. I need not to think too much right now because my mind is about tired. At this point. Now you can, if you want to, you know, use a slot punch for this if you would rather have a slot going across, and maybe we'll do one like that. So if we were to do this one, we'll do two at the same time, and then we'll move on to the one I need. Okay, let's make this one about right here. And here. Okay, let's angle that. There it is. I was like, well, I just had that in my hand. That's one thing I've noticed when I'm trying to craft today. It's like, I know I just had that. I'm losing everything. Then this one, we use this punch. And put a slot like that. Okay, so there's two. Let's go ahead and ink up the edges. Now, the stamps that she used for hers were still mounted on an envelope. In other words, she didn't soak them off the envelope. She just left them on. So they were more like this one. They still have the white behind it. So I've got, this is just like the front page of a book, of an old book page. So I'm going to stick these on here, and then I'm going to kind of rip around it like I ripped it off an envelope. So I'm going to stick it on here. And like this one, I don't know that it's, yeah, it has a little bit of a postage mark. I started to say, I don't know that it's even ever been on an envelope, but it looks like maybe it has. And then this one was soaked off. And for those of you that aren't stamp collectors, which I'm not, I actually saw it, I think Barbara at 49 Dragonflies is where I saw it, that you just take them and put these down in warm water and let them set, and you can actually peel the stamps off and then let them dry. And it doesn't hurt the stamp. And I'm just ripping around these so they look like they've been torn off an old envelope. Like so. And I actually am going to stamp it too, I think. If I have my stamp close by. I just want these little squiggly lines more than anything. And so I'm going to take some black soot and just kind of do that. That just gives us some more fused look. And then I'm going to ink around the edges of that. And I'm going to use walnut stain. And I meant to replace the foam on my little dauber here. It's getting pretty chewed up. Okay, now all she did, and like I said, this is a super simple project, but it's really cute with the stamps, I think, is she kind of layered a little piece of doily and some lace. And then she had some kind of little metal piece. I couldn't really tell where hers was, but this is the closest thing I have to it. And these look like little rosebuds. She had it down here in the corner like that. And then she just took a ball pen And on one of them, she put one of these pins through the ball pin and then put the button. And then just put the button through the hole. Like that. And that's it. Like I said, it's really simple, but I think it's really cute. So let's glue all that down, and we'll do this other one, and then we'll do the one for my book. And if you wanted to, you probably could make this a paper clip to clip on a page. Or you could glue it, which is what I'm going to do, is just glue it on the page, kind of like a tuck spot. And that's it. That simple. So let's do this one. And I think I should have made that tag a little longer. Let's do another one for that one. I think that the fact that you're using a stamp for it makes it really cute and different than, you know, maybe some of the other clusters. That I've seen. You could even stamp the tag, or you could also use like a patterned paper if you wanted to. So we got some doily, some lace, our stamp. I'm going to put a little flower down here in the corner. And a ball pen. Let's use a darker color one on this one. I think I want some of this doily. Instead. I think I'm going to use this lace. Just for something different. So it's a little different than the other one. Okay. I'm going to do that. And I'm not real happy with that button choice. Let's do a little bigger one. Can I get that one in there? Yep. Oh, that one's too big. It's too thick. It's not too big around, but it's too thick. That one is too. Okay, so there's that one. I'll just glue it together. You could use digital stamps for this too if you don't have postage stamps. Yeah, really cute. I should have put that pin on the other way. Oh, no, it flipped. Okay. Never mind. There we go. See, that's really cute. Okay, so now we have practiced. Let's do the one for my journal. Get some of this out of the way. All right, the spread that I want to finish is right here. Okay, this piece was done in a previous, I saw it on Pinterest. So there is a video for that, and there is a playlist for I saw it on Pinterest that has this in it. And what I am working on today is finishing up this entire spread. So, in other words, if you've been following me, and you have seen any of the spreads that I do in here, you can see I do a double page spread for anything that I'm working on. And I also make sure, for example, this one that I did, which this is I saw it on Pinterest. There is a video for it as well. I not only did this and this, but I took into consideration what you could see behind it, which is normally what I do when I'm working in my journal. So, like this one, for example, you know, not only did I do this page and this page, but I put this card in this little strip here as part of the next page because you can see it. I hope that makes sense. So, here's another one where, you know, this is the actual spread, but I also put it here so that you could see, and, you know, what I did on the next spread, you can see here, and it still goes with what you can see. I try to do that because I think it makes it more cohesive. Here, this pink, you know, I put a little bit of the pink on this page. So when I go to do this page, you know, it will incorporate that pink in some way. It may be just a couple more splatters, but it'll incorporate it and tie it together. So this was also last week's. I saw it on Pinterest. And then I have a new one that I'm working on back here as well, as soon as I finish this one. Okay, back to the one we're working on. And for those of you that are new or have not watched this series before, when I'm working in this journal, as I've explained before, when I journal, I don't write. I am, you know, working with pictures or mementos or stuff like that, but I don't necessarily write that much in my journal. I may jot something down here and there, but I'm not a writer, and so most of what I reflect in a journal is done through, you know, art or something, a memento or something that I have. So, with that being said, I have this Anne Frank stamp that I want to keep, as well as I have this Wright Brothers stamp here that I wanted to keep. And so the Wright Brothers stamp obviously is already here. And when I saw the little tags on Pinterest, I thought that would be good for my Anne Frank stamp. So I have an Anne Frank stamp. I have a 1940s original driver's license from Island Heights, New Jersey. This guy was 23 years old, and it would have been in the same time area. I have this piece of feed sack, which would also be in the same time area. And I have this lace, which was taken off a petticoat or a slip, also in the same time area. And then I'm going to use this blue button. So the only difference between the original little tag that we just made with stamps is I'm going to use a piece of fabric instead of, well, I don't know if it's instead of, in addition to maybe the doily. Okay, so that's the only difference. So the first thing that I want to do is figure out how big I want my tag. And we'll move this out of the way for the moment. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to tuck this driver's license in so that I can keep it. I don't want to permanently put it in here because I do make photocopies of this and put it in different journals. So I want it just a place to tuck. And get that over here so we got some room to work. All right, so if we I don't care to leave it actually the width that it is, and I think I'm going to cut it off. Actually, I might cut it off a little bit. I think I'm going to do it about right there and about right here. Okay, let's put our angle. And I think I'm actually going to use the slot punch on mine. I think I like the way that one looked a little better. All right, so we got our tag. Now let's rip us a piece of this fabric here. I want to make sure that I get some of the blue. I love feed sack fabric. I have pretty good amount of it, little pieces. They're all about this big. Some may be a little bigger, where I've just found it on Etsy or found an old apron at an estate sale, you know, that was stained and stuff, and, you know, cut it up. Just little things like that. Rip this just a little smaller if I can. Okay, so that is my fabric covered. Sorry, my sleeves are driving me crazy. And then I'm going to use this lace, like I said, because it's from the same, about the same time period. And then do I want this doily? Sure, why not? Okay, and then we're gonna have our stamp on there. Our little pin. Our ball pin. And our button. Alright, so let's ink all that up. And actually, do I want some of this too? This is another piece of antique lace, a different kind. Nah, can't really tell the difference. And then this one, the same. All right, so let's ink. And I don't think this is a terribly old stamp. I just remember being so influenced by reading this diary when I was in school. It was one of my favorite reads. So when I saw this stamp, I knew that I wanted to keep it. And in this particular case, I don't even think it'll show, but I'm going to put some of these squiggly lines on the extra card. See, I'm doing mine so I can have a little bit more freedom. I mean, not that I couldn't have freedom on the others, but I was trying to show you how she did them. I'm trying to see which way this goes. I think it goes this way. Since I did not bring my iPad up here like a big dummy. The wind is just whipping here today. We got some rain overnight, last night, but it's not raining now, but man, that wind's blowing. Okay, I'm just going to glue all this down. Yeah, I love making these things that you know, for things that you want to keep. Love figuring out how to preserve them. I mean, I'm not really preserving it, obviously, because I'm putting glue and stuff all over it, but how to, for me to, you know, see them when I want to. And put a little clamp on that till it dries. I think I'm going to trim that a little bit. I can't even see my fabric. Here we go. That's better. I'm going to use some more of this fabric on the other side in the spread, so this won't be the only piece, but I still didn't want to cover it all. Okay, I got my ball pen here. I don't know why I keep undoing that safety pin, like I have to undo it to get it on there. You could even put some little beads on the safety pin if you wanted to. If you had some little vintage glass beads or something, that would be cute. I don't have any, I don't think. I've got some new ones, but nothing old. Okay, and then we'll put our little metal piece down here in the corner. Now, I could have just as easily used a silver ball pin there. I don't think those little safety pins come in silver. They're all pretty dark colored, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I don't really see anything silver, but I can switch this out. And have it match. Like that. And I think I do have some silver I'm looking real quick. I do, but I don't know where they are at the moment. So I may add those, some little silver seed beads on there. All right, so if we bring our journal back, and I want to put this on here so it doesn't take away from this gorgeous handwriting here. So I'm thinking if I put it maybe here. And then have it so that I can tuck that in there. let's glue that down. I'm just going to glue it here and across the bottom. Sorry I had to get that so close to me. And then I can tuck this if I can pick it up. Oh, why did I do it across the bottom? Duh. Can I get it up? I don't want it across the bottom. It's not going to be able to tuck if I got it across the bottom, is it? Where are you going? All right. So there we go. And the only other thing that I have to do now for this to be complete in my eyes is I need to make a tag or a journal card to go down in here. And that will be complete. This paper is the last little scrap that I have of some paper that I bought when I was in Paris at a stationery store. And that is my last little piece. So I was like, okay, nope, I'm not using it. I'm putting it in my book. And so I did. So that is it. Like I said, that was a simple one today, guys. But I like it. I think it's really cute. And like I said, you could really easily make a paper clip out of these so that you could clip it on your paper. And you could also make it a tab if you wanted a page tab for it. So, yeah, I like it. I like the colors in this one a lot. I may have to use that one in here too. And just a preview of the next spread that I'm going to do in here. We are going to do a little bit of an art spread. This is some Stamperia rice paper. And we're going to use that, and we're going to use one of Rachel's with Roxy Creations tags. We're going to use some embossed vellum. We are going to use Michelangelo's The Creation of Man. And we are also going to use Mary and Jesus, which this is in the Vatican. And it's actually called, and I know I'm going to destroy this, so all you Italian-speaking people, please don't hurt me too bad. But I think it's Pagera, maybe. And it was actually commissioned in 1448, and it was supposed to be the funeral monument of Pope John, and it was later moved to the Vatican. Jean-Claude, actually. And it was later moved to the Vatican, but it's one of my favorite sculptures. This is Michelangelo, and of course this is Michelangelo as well. This is the only piece that Michelangelo ever signed. So that's an interesting fact. If you did not know that already. So his signature is actually on this one. So yeah, that's where I'm going to next. He is one of my favorite of all times. So I'm going to kind of, oh, and I'm also going to use, this is some Italian paper that I got at an antique store that was going out of business, and she had probably 30 different sheets, all kinds of different patterns, and she had it all stacked there, and I said, how much do you want for it? And, you know, these are the big sheets that you have to roll up. And she said, make me an offer, and I said a price, and she said, okay, and I was giddy. So, yeah, I am going to combine that with some of Rachel's tags and make something here soon for Christmas. I've pulled out all the colors that are Christmassy colors, the greens and reds, and I think they go beautifully with her tags. And so I'm going to do something with them real soon. So be looking for those in my shop. They most likely will be zipper tags. I'm going to try and get another bunch of those done before Christmas. And also, thank you guys for purchasing the little paper clips with the little pockets with the tags. Those are all gone. I do have another half dozen that I have cut out, and I just need to put them together. So look for those in the next few days in the shop as well. If you favorite my shop, it will send you a notification when I list something new. If you don't want to have to keep going back and keep going back. And of course, you know, I appreciate it if you do favorite my shop. Just like I appreciate you guys being here and watching my videos. So that's it. A super simple one today. You know, go make something. Go craft today. It's a good thing. It's good for your health. So, doctor prescribed. And I will see you guys back on the weekend. Bye.